Okay, it's on. I don't know what to do now. This one.
See, and there's the pin link.
Yeah, it's on. Three, two, one. Yeah, so the imitation of the clubs and stuff like that. I know, like most clubs try to inherit that, and they get it. I believe sometimes they see it with youth, and then they wish that for their club. You know, what do you think of it?
Look, we know at the moment club rugby has evolved to the point, and I refer to monetary. Uh, a lot of clubs are starting to pay players. Um, Look, there's a concept: do what you must to win,
Yeah,
right? So I think that plays a big role, man. In I won't say losing your identity, but buying players, so you're getting unfamiliar faces in. I mean, if you look at the core, I can give me any name of a player that you know, yeah, and I guarantee I'll tell you, we were in the same grade from grade one till
yeah,
grade
yeah,
seven,
yeah.
primary school.
You know, they
Some
all
of
chill together, so you see it.
you will see now after Juma.
Yeah,
We all come out on my. In fact, you're gonna go Juma.
together.
You're
Yeah,
gonna see all of us are together. We together 24/7, right? So that clubs, yes, clubs is getting it right. There is the core that is still, from the so to say home grounds. But I think where it's being lost is unfamiliar faces coming in,
mm.
being paid, and they now need to preferences given to them to play. You know what I mean? That's just my personal opinion. All right. Um, that is why the core, we will never pay.
Yes, yes, I understand that part. And then if you look at it, and that sometimes like the nature's here for the money basically, and that can have a effect in the long run if
Hundred
you look
percent,
at it and that stuff.
100%.
So yeah, so inshallah, hopefully one day the cool that
Man,
because the exco is here on top now,
I'm
and
telling you, look here, I'm
the admin.
I'm my whole life for collisions. Only in 2018 I left collisions,
Yes.
right? To play at Scotch Cliffs. Great experience, I'm not gonna lie. But my whole life, Father Core, I don't know, man. It's just something. It's just something else. Man. You understand? It's yo
It's different, eh?
totally.
It's different, but you can see it, man. You can
Mm.
see there's involvement and that stuff, and doesn't mean that the people are previously there, they quote on junk
No,
or stuff like
no.
that.
Like
So
you,
sometimes they take it like that, but
that
they
was the
don't mean that
foundation.
that was a
You
foundation,
know what
yes.
I mean? And your house is only as strong as your foundation.
Foundation.
So a good fund, and it was a build up. Man. Rome
Yeah.
wasn't built in a day. It was a build up. You know, the late Uncle Armin Brink and them. Even before that, Uncle Smithy them. My father-in-law coming in. They were the treasurers at the time.
Yeah.
They laid proper foundations for this club, right? And now it's just I won't say we're nearing the finished product, but it's the next step.
Yeah.
It's the next. How can I say? The concrete slab was now gelay.
Yes,
The
yes, yes,
first
yes.
deck was
Just
built.
bold, yeah.
You know what I
And
mean?
that.
So it's only going to
And
get
with
better.
time, sometimes technology grows and stuff like that. If you look, even your
100%.
media team now, you have
100.
a proper media team now with I see the the
Yeah.
the, the clips here. I think it's Shakira or
Shakira and her husband, Badr.
yes, yes,
Yes.
yes. That iPhone quality is coming
Yes.
through and the
Man,
videos look
iPhone
like.
14s and 15s, because
If you don't have an iPhone, get the iPhone. If you want to do media stuff, do it to the iPhone. You
yeah,
can't go wrong.
cinematics, Papa.
Yeah, and it looks nice and stuff
Mm,
like that. And you see, and that's when you add to that foundation.
totally.
And it's not like we're moving away. It's just we're going with time, but the principles stays
100%.
there. And sometimes people they don't get that mixture right, and
Yes,
then it's almost like the club stagnate. And
exactly.
that's what I saw that the club was moving in that direction. TikTok brings a lot of people in. Facebook had its limit,
Yeah.
and then Instagram takes it. It's different crowds, but
Yes,
you're catering for everyone, and
exactly.
that's a nice part of having a quite media team
Go
and
on.
stuff like that. And then speaking of high school rugby, right? What does that the traps tournament when you won? I
Yeah.
think it was a 2 year thing, no?
No. I actually played the first trash tournament ever, 2006,
Yes,
on Greenpoint track. I played for trash.
yeah, yeah,
The finals was trash and Primroses. Um, at the time. I was still a number 8 that time.
Yes,
I
yes,
was still
yes,
playing
yeah.
on the number
You
8.
want to speak about that? What happened there?
We can definitely.
Definitely.
I was like people he said, nah, he discovered Gatsby's. So the day he picked me about it. He
Yeah.
said, nah, very good eight man. Very good. I had to play Stormers Province. But then he discovered Gatsby's. But you must not know Labib's flavor that he had.
Yeah,
Right? Yeah, high school rugby. So the first high school that I was at is now known as Darul Arqam. I was at, by that time it was Mitchell's playing Islamic High. Rugby wasn't very big there. We had a few players, Idris Sunday,
Mm.
um, Sheikh Zainuddin Gabriels was
Yes,
there.
sir.
Kiam Smith Kayang,
Yeah, Kaya.
he was there. Who was this though? There was a few rugby players that was there, but it wasn't big. Abdurrahman Samaudin, he played by the Coll also, a lot at the time.
Okay.
But yeah, we played. The Muslim school played against us, so we played
The
against Daru
and Al
and
Azhar and
you
so.
know, and that time it was the whole Islamic education and Islamia. So it wasn't very big, but you had your standards. Like I mean, for Darul, I think that time it was, if I'm not mistaken, I think Dullah played there.
Yes, yes, yes.
Dullah from Rangers.
I think so.
No,
Yeah.
Dullah was. I remember. I think I remember him there. Bom.
Home.
I think Bom was also there. Abdul Samad Gabriels. So there was your
You had
guys
your
that play.
store Muslim players
You know what I
that
mean?
was
In the
playing at
club.
other clubs. Eh?
Why? But yeah, there wasn't much rugby at Daro Arkham at the time. So, and then I went to Treffs. I went to Trafalgar, and Leggett to this day, I still pick him about it and like, hey, you try to get me to Treffs to play rugby with Treffs.
Ah.
You can say what you want. um, they that is when school rugby really, how can I say, blew up for me.
Yeah.
Um, you know, playing number 8. I was bigger than my baby brother that time. You see how Coll, my baby
Yes,
brother.
yeah.
I was bigger than him.
Okay, okay.
A lot of people said I had pace, I had good skill set. 'Cause I played touch.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I played 6 touch also. I have an IPT under my belt. You know that?
Dan IPT.
2007.
IPT.
I can add another comment, but my brother's gonna give me stick about it.
Okay, okay. Same.
Ramlis Osman. I have an IPT before him. I played IPT before him. And he's one of SSDs at the moment. Anyway, so yeah, so so we need the pauses on as a number 8 is nothing stepping and such stuff. But school rugby was really big for me when I went to Traps. Because now I played against uh, okay, the schools wasn't, but it's your book up like this and
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
playing and you're different music, so it's Kloof in a school, and play against Chris, you play against Vista, you play against all other schools or something. And I won't forget my first game for Treffs, played against Tafelberg on Hamilton's Field. And that whole week, I was sleeping in Buka, and I was like, yeah, also seen what can be a Lindenmark. Um, we know how we can play, but also seen what Mark in the Treffs jersey. And
Yeah, yeah,
there's
yeah.
another story I'm going to give you, the Atlantic Cup, right? That's like a big cup of the Atlantic Seaboard schools.
Yes, yes, yes.
Anyway, so kick off in that game. I'm talking about they kick off. I gather the ball just outside our 22. Try. Try. I think I scored 6 tries and they just nice. It was like, nah, yelling here. I come to Monday to school because we play the Wednesday. I just go to school the Thursday and the Friday. I come to Monday to school. I don't even need to go get a pass to go to the shop. I go super during periods. I walk around. Nah. Yeah, who was the other star in the school that everybody and teachers they were crazy over. I promise you, he had the golden key to Trafalgar. Rifat Jaffe.
The number 9.
No, Rifat Jaffe was a flanker.
Rifat, that's why
Yes,
Strint
yes.
was Thomas.
Rifat Jaffe.
Really?
Yes, I was the 8, he was a 7, and Karimbos was a 6.
6, yes, yes, yes,
Yeah.
Rifat Chapi.
Aldo was Oscar Amov. Fikis Lamang.
Okay, so Rifat, touch on that, Rifat.
Yo, nah, Rifat was golden boy, bro. I'm not gonna lie. sprinter, 100-meter sprinter, relay sprinter for the school. You know, he was what they call the jockey. You know, but didn't speak much.
Yeah, he don't. He don't.
Yeah,
He
but
don't.
I'm
He's very
telling you,
soft, 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 soft.
quiet, bruh.
You only get a lot out of him once it's one on one.
Yeah.
Then he give you. I saw
Yes,
that because
yes,
he help you with strength and conditioning
yes.
and stuff like that. Yeah.
But nah, Rifat was golden boy. But Southgate's favorite, favorite. He is golden boy. Nah, if you wanted to match somebody on the school, or if you wanted to see where the ball's at, you just look at Rifat Jaffe.
Yes.
Do you like Rifat? I'm talking about good student, academically, sports, alles.
But look at he's a fitness guru now. He love it, nah. He love it.
Yeah.
There's a story that I know in Stormers, he always used to compete with all the players. And the only one he didn't get the chance was Cheslin Colby.
Mm.
I heard
We
something
actually
like
we
that.
actually
Yeah.
witnessed that. No, one day we went to go watch Stormers and Islanders on Newlands, and Ruan Nell was out. But now we're seeing Ruan Nell is like running like a bronco, man, but like a broken bronco, and Rifat is running with him. Rifat is like lapping him. And I'm like, yo, hi Fat is on the level.
Yeah, I
Fat
know,
is
yeah. I know, yeah.
top guy.
I saw how you worked Dylan Leitsim once, and I used to go there and stuff like that.
Mm.
And then I saw, nah, you said Baran, yeah.
Can even ask Muji van der Hoven and Muammar Salih.
Yeah.
Muammar, you know, my
Yes,
brother-in-law.
yeah, the prop, yeah.
Ask them, they were under 21. Ramadan. Out of Ramadan, they fasting now. You think Father have mercy with him? No. They say, oh, look, come. And you know what he does? He runs with him. He's
Yeah,
also fasting.
fasting,
He
yeah.
runs with him. Come. So,
Nice, yeah. And then from that high school, the traps tournament and stuff, then you went straight into the first team. Like
no,
Coll.
no. So, after high school, I played under 20, cool. But then I started working, right? So, I couldn't be as consistent as I was, obviously. Because straight out of high school, I was only like 7 months at home, and then I started at Vodacom.
Yeah.
Until today, I'm still at Vodacom.
Vodacom, yeah.
Um,
The first ever call center, sir. Vodacom.
yeah, nah, I was in the call center now for the last since 2015. I haven't, no, not 2015, no, since 2010. I'm
Yeah.
out of the call center. So
Okay.
I don't do call center work.
Done.
I just told myself, nah, I'm not gonna do call center forever. So alhamdulillah, today I'm in a good position.
Okay.
Yeah. Then I started working, so obviously I couldn't train as consistently. And so after under 20, I got into the senior setup, played second team, and then played third team, so on and off. So, and then when my shifts became a bit better, I then played second team consistently. I was captain of the second team at the time. We won leagues back to back.
Yeah.
Then it was, second team, first team, so on and off.
Yeah.
Second team, first team, second team, first team, second team, first team. Till I think 2011, 2012. No, 2011. Yeah, 2011. I still remember my first game, the first thing, first start against Tigerberg on the cricket on the.
Sure.
I will give you a few names of who played that day, and you can tell yourself.
Okay, give me the Alavas.
Marquis, Marwan Manuel,
Okay.
right? Paris Coll.
And
Shafiq
Paris Coll was a pro booker. I teach his son Gibbs. I know
Rashid.
him. Yeah. Yes,
Yes.
yeah, Rashid, yes.
Yeah.
He used to play rugby, still play.
Yes, he still play hooker.
Okay.
So Faris says, I was playing my whole first team career with Faris.
Yeah. Faris, your legend. He
Top guy.
derived. He was on the quantum.
Yes. He lives at a door away from me.
Yeah, I must go see him. You know about Faris, no? I thought his son Gibbs and stuff at TLC,
Yes.
Harvard Academy. This is the first time we I fell in love with Coll because I knew rugby, he knew rugby,
Yes.
so we would speak and stuff
Yes,
like
yes.
that. And then one day I was at Spur, and you lost six games in a row. And we were all sitting in Spur, and we were eating and tanning and toya them, and everyone was here. And then he called me, and I sat there, and I remember, I think he was a captain, and there was also another speaker that used to speak and that stuff. And they said that I will never forget the speech because I had that instinct when I also want to hear, and I'm burst. I want to see what's it about and stuff. And I will never forget this. that then he said to the players, kyk hier, die politics in die club was hoog. Right? We know this, we know that, we know we're not happy with this and that, but we can't go down.
Right.
So for the next 6-7 games, put everything aside. We
Just play.
pull here as we pulled here tonight now, and then we go win it. And when the season is done, then we sort all the cack out.
And we went 18 in a row after that.
18 in a row, and I was like, and I walked away, and I was like, what the fuck just happened? Like, you know, sometimes the clubs get involved with politics. They
Yeah.
can't put things aside. They'll run right through the season.
Exactly.
Whether you lose, it damages. Then you get relegated, and then after you realize, you just can't my I can't sit it now. And I was like, yo, nah, Coll is special.
We've been getting goosebumps speaking about it.
And that since that day, you know, I started following Coll a lot. I always wanted to know what is it, why they so and stuff like that. But that's one of the memories of that I have with Paris. And then I got him and say, you can pick up his lighty,
Yes.
and I asked him, yo, like, and then they go 18 in a row.
I think that is, I know the game immediately after Ramadan was Villages at home. The Clark brothers.
Yes.
They still had Leroy Pugh playing by them and Alter. And we won them on the cricket that day. And from there we went. And there was no, Mark, it wasn't 18, it was 9 in a row. We went on and won 9 in a row after that. We were, in 2017 we had a similar episode. The game that could make or break us was Kales River. On Kales River. Yo, that was a game we had to win. If we lose that game, we go down.
Okay.
So, if I reach to this, they will still speak about the game. When it comes here, I mean, we just talk about that game. Because our back was against the wall, man. And that is the thing of a collegians player. I promise you. A collegians player whose back is against the wall is a dangerous collegians player. He's going to do whatever he needs to do to win. And I promise you, he comes out on top.
All the time, boss.
I promise you, he comes out on top. And that is why a lot of people ask, hey, julle kan almal is skiet goed. Hoekom speel hulle nie Super League 1 en wat doen? It's a mental thing. We like to, and it's a I won't say we like to. It's just we rise if our back is against the wall.
Yeah.
So why can't we just start with it?
Yeah.
If we start
That's
with
what everyone wants.
Even look at this year pause, right? Van der Stel. Look at the teams of Van der Stel. And I'm talking about now, like the big team. Van der Stel went up.
Yeah.
Van der Stel came so close to losing against us.
Against us, yeah.
We slipped up in concentration the last, I think, 10 minutes. And then they had us. But my thing is just, like, what I'm trying to say is, why can't we just... I think, and that is what coaching staff is trying to, and management is trying to get this year.
Yes. I even saw some speeches of yours, man. He told me I mustn't post it. We spoke about the when you win hands and odds, that game. It was entertaining.
Nah,
Boss.
it was
To be there and to take away videos that they put me on the map on TikTok. Alright? But just what you said, that collegians way, like we must try to start off like that. I know what you're speaking about, and I saw that was one of the intentions and stuff like that.
We always find ourselves chasing the game. And when we chase the game, I heard the Buddha say one day, hoekom speel julle so? Julle wil eers hê die team moet 10 julle skoor, dan wil julle kon speel soos die All Blacks. Nee man, begin die game so.
Yeah.
Dan gee julle almal die team op. And I just didn't know what to tell the Buddha. I just laughed and I say,
Was that going on at, and so it was now Faris score the 3 locks.
Rafiq Laval, you know Lavi, the
Yeah.
great Lavi of collegians.
Great love, yeah.
It was him, Yahya Peterson, Mustaqim Japi, I think Ghalib was Ghalib was the fly of that day, Philip. And I mean, we played against the likes of Frankie Wagenstrom, I scrammed against JB Van Ster, bruh. You know what? First team game, first start in the first. I must go scram against one of the best props in the league at the moment.
How was that?
You know what? Our first scrum we get. Paris looked at me, Paris said, you know, al wat ze doen is, ze staan. Ze is your first team, ze staan. So that is a small beliefs he put into you.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, that time it was still crowd starts posing guys.
yeah.
And that's me say, hit. Bro, did you ever feel your spine do this?
Nah, I was never for a bunker.
You know when you cough too much and you see that steroids.
Yeah.
I had that sensation when I came up there. Eyes bloodshot red. I literally felt my spine do this. JB van Ster come up. But I stood with him. I didn't lose this ground.
Yeah, yeah,
We stood. I came up. JB looked at me and said, "Die twee rennen. Gaan ze niet direct rijden."
yeah.
Die twee rennen. Gaan ze niet direct rijden. I looked at him and said, I said, "Oh man, there's after the tweede scrum. I'm a light in this, bro. I'm telling this man this." You know what? After the game, he took my hand, he hugged me, and to this day, he remembers me.
Nah, that's a moment,
To
no?
this day,
That special moment.
that was a highlight for me, right? Like we played here in the warm up, I think, a few years ago. We actually at half time we were leading them, and
Yeah.
they brought on their whole Gold Cup team with jerseys and everything to come and win us. But obviously JB wasn't playing it anymore. I think he was
Yeah,
the coach or something. And he comes and he says, "Shanky." I said, "Mr. Van Ster." I mean, his son was playing, so Mr. Van Ster, how are you? He said, "Ik onthou van jou. Onthou you van my?" I said, I remember you. Like, I played my first team game against you. He said, "Oh, ik zei, ja, jy gaan nog." I said, "Ja, baie geleer." He said, "A lot, a lot." He said, "Yeah, I can see, no? Can see. Keep it up." And I was like, after so many, that was probably 10 plus years.
10 plus, yeah.
Man remembers me, you know what I mean? So that is the small highlights in rugby that stands out.
I always say that, and I speak about. Someone was telling me you must know quarters, they great players, and I said in club rugby you get great players. You get like Ariza here next door, Paris. No one know, but for some people, he was their hero. If he didn't give you that advice, what would have happened? So in that moment, he's one that you look up to, and heroes starts first in your community and stuff like that. I grew up, I looked up to Naiti. Naiti was the one that introduced us to William Ryder, because he went on a tour with Ida Orange and all of them, and they played sevens and he told us when he came back, and we was excited, yeah, Brava from Annenberg win there. Then we asked, because we used to play touch every Friday. And all he told us, start looking up William Ryder, Sharevi them, and all the stuff. And we got mad for Fiji Sevens. And that's how Manenberg like found how to step, how to goose, and all the stuff.
I have
we
a
used to
good
watch that
memory
video.
with Naiti also. A very, very good memory with Naiti. And Mr. Blake will also tell you, I'm a trash, under 18, we go for trials, me and Naiti is together in one team. So that game was on Swanswyk. Just on the note, I made it right through to Danny Craven. Just me and Naiti. Right through to Danny Craven. What is that? The North versus South, no?
Yeah.
Blue jersey and the red jersey.
Yeah.
We made it all there. But I got hurt in that game, so it wasn't meant for me.
Yeah.
Right? Brilliant moment. Naiti knew I'm, but I was still on the number 8, no? You're gonna think I'm lying if I tell you who was the flankers that day.
Nick Costa
Nick Costa and was the flankers. I was the number 8. Well, boy, you ask my you can ask my daddy.
Nah, I believe.
Ask Naiti. We had the other wing from Bosch Boys, Vicky. Looks like a China.
Okay.
Face for days. That I just remember him. Brilliant moment, and I think this was a moment where probably the coaches were like, "Hey, this the like it." Naiti just tells me straight, "You know, just come on my inside."
You love it inside, bro.
Just come on my inside. It's even I had the hele defense done to see could me but just was there. It's simple. Simple. Line up. Let it take 12 feet up. Let it go around. I'm coming around also on his inside. I don't know what Junaid Orange does. I'm telling you that whole defense go. Man slip a ball inside. Right through. One-on-one with the fullback. So I had to show my touch move.
Yo, nah, look here, nah,
brilliant. Even today still brilliant.
Against you speaking about that now, the scored a similar try, White Sonia Warriors and that. He tells the fullback of come in my banner because he knew Toya pattern, no? That also both played at Vandenberg. So he do the same, and he did it to you, and we all like, nah, it was a given. His cousin once tried that with him, so interceptable, so he was not manifest. His cousin tried that also with move,
Nah,
and then he
few,
intercepted, and then
few
he scored
players
the
can
goal.
do it.
Yeah,
The other
nah,
player that also does it very well. Khalid Diederik Philip. You must always know Lucas.
yeah.
I promise you. He bamboozle you. Toya. Toya.
Nah, 2 years, my guy.
Nice.
2 years.
You know what, Toya? You also hero. Come on, my brother. Then he show and go me. That's how he hit that gaps. Because he know the defense is gonna
Gonna
come
come
to
to
me.
you.
Nah, then he go.
Then you go, yeah.
Then he laughing about it. Anyway.
Anyway, then moving your first team game and that stuff, and then 2018 you just decide, look, yeah, I'm gonna go to club.
Like, it wasn't just a decision, man. It's I I was 30 at the time,
Okay.
2018, and I just told myself, yo, you know, it's every club rugby player's dream or goal to play Super League A. Man. I mean, you want to play against the best in Western Province
As you
club rugby.
speak, yeah, don't speak something.
Then I obviously spoke to my wife. You know what? Look here, this is my plan, man. I want to, as playing senior rugby, I want to know what it is. I want to tick that box, man.
Yeah,
Um, I don't want to go to a club where, how can I say, okay, for lack of a better way of saying it, to a predominantly white and Christian
yeah,
club.
yeah.
You know what I mean? I want to go like to a more homey club or so, you know, where people know you, they're gonna accept you. And Scottsville Warmers at the time was, you know, the best option for me. Obviously, I know all of them. They know me. Munib Levy was my boss at the time at Vodacom. Suleiman Kurt also. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So it was familiar faces
The
to me.
integration was
You
a bit cheap,
understand?
and
Was
it's a lot of cool players that sometimes end up there.
our
So
captain today, Abu was there still. Man Abu was there. Obviously, my best friend Ozzy,
yes,
Sinzai, one of my best friends, he was there and he was like, hey. So the transition was easy, man, because there was familiar faces. And I just told myself, I need to tick this box before I start heading out the
in
door.
going to twilight, yeah,
You understand?
yeah,
I feel I've played now enough first team games um, for in the Super League B. I feel like I am a bit experienced.
yes.
I can go the next level, right? I mean, in 2018, I've been playing now first team for like what, 8 years?
8 years, yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's
So
2025 again. If you look at it, that is eight
at,
years. That's
at
your,
that time, I was
yeah,
already 8 years in.
yeah.
So, you know, next level. And
So how
yes,
was that experience there?
yo, the late Dr. Wilbekraak was our coach
As
at the
coach,
time,
yeah.
with Yasin Orange, who's now by Rangers.
Okay.
He was the coach, but there was a lot of other help. Pete Dovey came, and
Yeah, yeah.
you know, Dr. Sharif Hendricks. He used to
Okay.
take us to Sports Science Institute to
Yeah,
get on the
yeah.
tackle simulator and
That.
all of that. So the experience was quite. You know what? Any player that says, "Nah, I want to go play Super League," I encourage that player. Go, go play Super League.
Because perspective, and that's what clubs don't understand. I always say sometimes you 20, 21, you have good scrum offs and stuff like that. Just that 1 year away from home,
Mm.
you learn new stuff, you see a
Yeah.
new culture and stuff like that. I had a similar experience where I was 19, right? But I used to play first team on the bench and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But they was quite players, so I never had that I could start or what. Because he would always like rely on his people and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then eventually I just went to Rangers, a rugby club. With the coach that is now the head coach here,
Yes.
the what's his name? Chris.
Saturday, Saturday.
Kennedy
Kennedy Ford.
Kennedy Ford.
Yeah.
I had a pre-season with him right through the season, and then that time he could swap in the middle of the
Yes.
season. He can go back.
Yes.
Immediately came back, made the first team,
Difference.
and then because now you knew,
Mm.
you had a feeling they were on top of us. You had an idea what it
Yes.
takes and stuff like that. You saw the game differently. You had different coaches,
Yes.
different ways of coaching and stuff like
Yes.
that. And now you go back and now you understand, like, yay,
100%.
because I went for under 20, but I was part of the first team squad. I didn't make the first team,
100%.
but I was part of a squad. So I could go camp with him.
Yes.
I could do all that terrain. I could see, yo, it's just what they actually do at the camp. I never went at the camp.
Yeah.
And I had that experience. I understand, okay,
Mm.
this is actually what is it about. And that Now, when you go back, you have an idea. And then
100%.
from there, it just takes off. And that. So I understand, like, you
Yeah.
feel that you had to go
Yes.
to see that environment and
And
stuff.
Alhamdulillah, out of the 15 games for 2018, 14 games was first team for me.
Alhamdulillah.
The only game I don't play first team is I come from back from flu, was Villages.
Okay.
It's only, but I was on the bench, but I don't
Who
go
was
on.
your flyer at that time?
Quaid Langeval
Oh, okay.
and Yasir.
And Yasir. Okay.
Quaid, they brought Quaid in and Yasir, but obviously they now shifted Yasir.
I know our time is running out, so we're gonna.
Yeah.
We will do a part 2 later in the season.
Yes, yes.
Just catch up, and then you come back to collegians. You become the captain.
No.
Last year.
I was never first in captain, Motherco.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
You look like one of the captains.
Just a leadership, bro.
Oh, okay,
That's all it
leadership
was.
role. And then you stayed with him, COVID, came back, played with him and that stuff. I saw you argued a lot to try to get Krifgat.
Yeah.
How's that feeling, going back to Krifgat?
Yo, I can tell you there's a whole new excitement, not just in the players, in our area.
And that's what you want?
I can promise you on the 8th of February, there's going to be nobody at home. Nobody's going to be at home. The bars is going to be closed.
You did that what this year when you played away, so the carnival stopped, so they made it next weekend.
Yeah, but you said the school at the back here, mommy. They stopped the carnival. How can you have a carnival the day we play Ahmadiyya?
Yes, yeah.
Carnival. No, postpone the carnival. Buaragam always said, you know what Buaragam always said? Ze gaan niet dood op een Sarag en ze trouwen niet op een Sarag as rugby.
Yes.
And I promise you this place,
8th of Feb.
between 12 and 6, or just not, there's nobody at home. Especially now that the cricket is back open. I promise you, come here. Nobody's at home. Everybody's on the field.
And that's what the community needs now.
And
How's that yearning? Like you're on your way in your twilight. You're fighting for 4 years, and I never played first team on a Krifgat, and that's a goal for me this year with the pre-season is to play there. And the last time Menenberg played that, Nati played there, and he's so long away from a club, 16 years. And I know I closed the gap last year by you playing there by us, and that was a quite feeling because I wanted to give back to the senior players that, you know, sometimes you're not going to make stormers, but sometimes there's iconic stadiums in your club rugby which is legendary for you. People won't understand. I don't know about Dan Carter and playing on a Joburg and stuff like that. You have that same in your club rugby that you want to play on that field to say that I played twice on Kloof's field and had quite moments, and that stays with me because I understand the value because I knew Menenberg in my time was never going to play Kloof, but the friendly can happen. And it must be at near home so that you can say, look here, man, I graced this field. It's the same. Like for me, is it that moment? I play it a lot in my mind. Even when I'm training and stuff like that, running now and stuff like that, I tell myself, like, how will the reception be? You know, how will it be? Like, that's just that feeling to say, yo, like, this is what it's about. And you can imagine the crowd, you're looking at more than 1,000 people and stuff like that. So for me, like, that's the motivation, like, to get me up every day and to say, okay, do the podcast, do this, but don't forget you must train, you must be here because you want to play there. And alhamdulillah, Menenberg is fortunate to be the first team after a long time to play there.
I think, look, it's only fitting, man. You know, the two clubs have a brilliant, a very, very good relationship. Like, you know, us going to play on your home. They must already say, what is it? There was someone made a joke one day in our special group, you know, was that was this Menenberg religions. But I mean, it's something common, you know, clubs, and that's how it must be. Clubs helping each other.
Yeah, especially Muslim clubs. If you and that you try, because that's what other clubs do with Makkah. They help in the area and that stuff. And that's one of my goals also, to close that relationships and that, you know, we don't need to fight. And that, banter is banter. On the field is on the field. I don't get personal after that. And I saw that it's happening now. Coll and Rosa becoming more closer.
Even, you know what, just on that point, on that point, the build up to the collisions Ahmadiyya's game. Hulle gaan pakkelei. Jy sê almal hulle explains. Score B and score A. Hulle gaan hy gaan nie 'n kwai game. We proved.
It was a good game.
We proved Menenberg Rangers and collisions friendly. We proved that you can change the score. This how can I say, the stigma.
Yeah.
Hulle gaan pakkelei. What I mean, yes, this your chirping, this your banter. I mean, your flank. I scored the try, your flank or what? As I'm busy getting up, he pushed me down again. He say, I can do upstand. But after the game, he was the first one to hide me.
Yeah, I think it's AP.
That
I
is
think
the
it's your
thing.
AP. Yeah, I
That's
think
the
it's him.
thing.
Yeah,
So that is the thing we must try and just get
yeah,
right.
and hopefully it gets better with time. For me, I'm excited. Then now all of that is done. How's the camp with the new coaches? I know I broke it.
Buzzing.
They message me.
Mm.
They You can phone me on that number. You can phone an African number. I changed that number. It's just my WhatsApp number.
Right, so I'm not gonna lie. There's a new excitement. Because there's a big excitement. Yes, a few players has played under Asham under 19 when he was there, like
I saw Mayer and
Pai,
then
Mair, Ilyas, Yatedim, you know. They played under him, so they know us as a more older group. We haven't worked with him from coach and player, you know. So me personally, I'm excited to be.
you did one pre-season game.
That's a training. That's a training. You know the video that came out after that.
Yes, I asked Marvin, I posted that.
Nah.
This is what the gears.
Yo, my phone was blowing up.
Uh, uh,
Who can say they don't know
uh,
the?
uh,
Nah, it's fine, man. So I'm excited, and everybody else is excited to be working with Ashim, right? I can tell you, he's a coach that don't switch off.
nice.
Tell you, for the short time that we've been with him, I there's one thing that I can't fault him on, is his efforts, man.
Look,
That
yeah,
man pitch up Van Musenberg with us. He's running with us. Not taking nothing away from the other
other
coach in
coaches.
previous years. You know, like again, foundations that was laid by the previous coach.
Yeah,
This is just the next step. The next
adding
step.
up to
You
that what
understand?
they laid, yeah.
He's worth it. He's other coaches was also worth it. I mean, you used to come home on a Tuesday night after I'm in a reading grid. My bro, you throwing sand out of your tights.
I have your stories of it.
So
Yeah,
different coaches, different styles. Hashim just gonna bring a different buzz, like and everybody's excited because like say change like a new holiday, man.
yeah.
So everybody's excited to see what he can bring, what
Look
he's
here,
gonna do.
Hashim was at Manenberg helping out and that
Mm.
stuff. No, yo, wallah, I felt like I want to dive him on the field. Kasam. I don't do off season, but I
Mm.
was there. Just his voice, his talk, how he is, how he go
Was
about it.
this
And the quiet thing about him was never about him.
what?
So it's about his team. He
Mm.
never put him there.
I
Like
picked
I'm
that
the
up.
you tell me don't post about me, post about my coaches
Mm.
around me. So I know that he's more the team, getting everyone on board from top to bottom and that stuff. I won't be surprised we'll see him at juniors, high schools, anywhere
Yeah.
where to do and
Look,
for me,
when he was introduced, yeah. So the first night, the scene, well, a few players had a meeting with him, like older
the
players,
seniors, yeah.
so to say. And then the following night was like with the whole club and whatever. And the message that I got out of both the meetings strongly was, you know what, he has the players' interest at heart. And once you get a coach like that, you as a player, you let coach tell you, I look for Gedimir. You're not gonna question him because you're gonna know, yeah, he's telling me to do this for a reason. There's a benefit to it for the
Yes.
team and for you. So you know what I mean. Once you can get that, and I feel and I see slowly but surely, he's gaining that with us, right? Once you get a player that wants to play for you, what more can you ask for?
Yeah, nice. Kasam.
What more can
Kasam.
you ask for
Then
as a coach?
yeah, I know when I passed that video, they started phoning me and stuff like that, and they message me, and I don't, I don't answer it. I leave it, and the quiet thing is not my real number. So if you WhatsApp call me, I can say, I know what's it about.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna answer it and
Mm.
stuff like that. And then there's one number I can't decline. If he phone, then I know. He or she, I'm not gonna say. When they phone me, all I said to them was, read the comment section.
Mm.
Read the comments. If it's negative, then I take it off. I saw 96 plus comments positive.
That
So
was
sometimes and I say this to clubs also, when I post something, always go to the comment section and you see your fan base reaction.
yes.
And if you know it's negative, then maybe it's a wrong choice.
Mm.
Maybe they don't know yet, they grasp it.
Yeah.
But you can take it, and this is why I like Rosa. Rosa became smart in the
Yes.
sense that they take my stuff that I did about them,
Yes.
and they said, okay, how are we gonna change this?
Yes.
Because when I had a talk with Ahmad Albertus and off the camera and everything, he told me this, and I walked away and I said, now you get it. You actually get it. Because he said, you know what we did? We watched your comment section and we said we're gonna fix that.
Yes.
Let's see if he's speaking, but there's our own players is agreeing. So there's a problem. So then they started to fix it, yeah. But shukran for this podcast and
No
stuff
problem.
like that. Say anything before we go, you want to say?
Well, to the players, just ticket 6 of Jan, we start. Let's start here.
Yeah.
6 of Jan we start, upper 6 on the Kriefgat. Ticket, that's all
Inshallah,
I can say.
inshallah.
Just ticket.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't want to be choked out in 2024
Yeah.
and then wake up in 2025.
If you know, you know.
You know, you know.
Shukran, hero.
No
we have it 2 twins, no?
Yeah, Toyer and Toa.
Toyer and Toa.
Future 6 and 7.
Inshallah. And then last one, Parada coming back? Confirm or is it?
Nah. I'm going to say that he's not coming back.
Oh, okay, okay.
It was a thought. But he obviously, looked at it and it wasn't gonna work for him.
Yeah.
He lives out in Witten, so
yeah. Inshallah. Shukran, guys. This is the first one for the first week. Number 1, number 4. Hopefully we get the hookah on next week, inshallah. But shukran, and for Toyer and Toha, future 6 and 7.
Yeah.
Shukran, hero.
What?
Assalamualaikum. And then I forgot. Looking for a barber, I will put his stuff in the contact and that stuff. You come here, get a haircut. I'm gonna do my haircut now, quick before Jumu'ah. But inshallah, hero, I will put his links here. You just message him and that. He's always up for a cut, inshallah. Prices is once you come here.
Yeah. We discuss.
We discuss. Assalamualaikum. Yeah, hero. This is a perfect one.